Most of us today would recognise the rainbow flag as a symbol of this very diverse community that we live in. Most people, though, wouldn't be able to name what the individual colours are meant to mean. They all have a meaning. I think in the same way it's true when we talk about the community. There are a whole series of names that people give to themselves, and sometimes they just kind of reel off LGBTI without necessarily thinking about what that might mean, what those individual bits mean, where they come from and why they matter. The first terms that we know of that we used to describe ourselves was the word camp, C-A-M-P. You could be camp man, camp woman, camp, camps. It was fairly indiscriminate. But that was the common word, it's the most common word, until 1972, when gay liberation arrives from the United States. And then the word gay comes into use.
It was a women's town to start with, not so much gay and lesbian as, you know, as it is now. It was all the lesos and the women.
It was a lesbian feminist community that came out of, a lot of the women came out as lesbians during women's liberation through the 70s. I think originally we shared some experience of discrimination with gay men, but we didn't share the experience of sexism with them, so lesbian identity was always different.
They often worked together, gay men and lesbians, but they also worked apart, and lesbians in particular felt the need for a separate word. And really that marks a period where a whole series of new words start to evolve. As the movement evolves, as society changes, as more and more people step forward to claim their rights, they start to find words to describe themselves.
I grew up when there wasn't that. There was just a gay community, and the labelling wasn't as sensitive, and there wasn't the visibility and or the acceptance.
I think that's one of the most gorgeous things about this town is that we've got X amount of girls in town, we've got X amount of boys, some are drag queens, some are camp, some are straight, laced, some are bears. We all love it.
We have every part of our community come through here, which is wonderful. That they find a safe place. I think Daylesford is a really good safe place.
The use of the LGBTIQ is intended to acknowledge everybody else but to bind them into the same kind of political space. But it's difficult, it's always going to be difficult. It always has been difficult since people started using the word gay.
I can understand why, especially in the earlier days, why lesbians wanted to be identified differently to gay men, and why bisexuals wanted their own identity, and transgender and intersex and everybody else. I think we're in danger, however, of becoming an alphabet soup, and it starts to lose their meaning.
I think the more groups that are added, the less meaning it really has. It seems like it's become an umbrella to anybody who's non-heterosexual, and that's at the cost, unfortunately, of any information about lesbian health, lesbian ageing, and to some extent information about gay men too. So it's a big cost, I think. It means that our issues and our stories aren't getting out there.
I do think things are progressing really, you know. I think we could do a lot more, you know, and get sort of, so that a lot of young people aren't so traumatised, and older people. You know, you used to get a lot of suicides and things, and that'd be great the day all that stops.
I think it's human nature to want to hang out with people who are just like me, because I know then that you will get me, because you're just like me. So I think there will always be that element. I don't ever think that we will ever have one word that covers the community, and I think in a way that would be a shame as well, because essentially we're as colourful as all get out, so